Okay, guys and gals, congratulations. You're doing it. You're putting yourself in a different environment. I hope you're learning, enjoying what you're getting. I hope you're really absorbing this information, because these are just a couple. See, there's thousands of things you're going to learn once you change your environment, and that's what today's about. Your environment, what you're choosing to do. You can also choose to stop blaming other things on why you're not getting to where you really want to be going. Your big dreams. Think about your big dreams. Remember your big dreams, because they're all there. It just takes a couple things. It takes a decision that you're worth it, and you're going to get up off your ass and do this stuff. Everything that you ever wanted is right there, right here. All right, you just have to get rid of the stories you tell yourself. So, first thing about your environment, who are you hanging around? What are you putting yourself around? Are you just going to work and back where everybody else just goes to work and back and then come home, watch TV, or hang out doing a few things that aren't going to change your future? Are you stuck in your comfort zone? What kind of environment are you really in? I'll give you an example. If you hang around people that go to the bar and drink all the time, what do you think you're going to end up doing? If you're around people that do drugs, eventually you're going to do drugs. See, if you're around people that go and they're snowboarding, you're probably gonna end up snowboarding. If you're around people that are always out skateboarding, snowboarding, playing baseball, whatever your main 5 friends do, that's exactly what you're gonna do. There's actually one of the rules is, and you'll find this out, really just check out the income of the top 5 people you hang around, of the 5 people that you hang around the most. Do an average of their income, and your income will be around 25% of theirs, no matter which income level it is. So if you're going to do whatever your influences do, whatever your environment is, that's what you're going to be doing. See, for me, yeah, I struggled. I came from, I didn't have a lot of financial IQ. I didn't know any millionaires. I didn't know anybody that was wealthy. I didn't know anybody hardly that was really happy, really overjoyed with where they were in life. And so it seemed like I had no chance. I had no chance until I got around a different group of people. And then I started, they're going up to the mountains. I start going to the mountains. I start seeing this whole other world. I see all this opportunity, and it kind of changed my environment. Then I didn't have any millionaire friends, so I had to look for them. I found my new friends in books. So I started reading. This is what you have to do. You have to be around, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be healthy, you have to be reading health books, getting around people that are healthy. You'll be at the gym, you'll be around people that have what you want so you can get what you got. All you have to do is copy them, see? So I started finding books and friends. I started learning all this stuff that I had no idea about. One of the books, the first book they used to read, if you haven't read it, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki. It changes right there on the cover of the book. It says, what the rich people teach their kids that the poor and middle class do not. And that should really tell you something. So you have to put yourself in the right environment. When I started snowboarding, okay, I wasn't any good, but my friends were a little better than me, so they started teaching me. But after a while, I started getting really good, so I had to change my environment. See, so I moved to Utah. I totally changed my environment. I left a lot of friends. That doesn't mean they're not your friends or your family. If they're negative, you got to get away from them. Get around positive people. If they're not going anywhere, you get away from them. You have to be around people that are going somewhere. If you want to be part of the 2% that's wealthy, then you have to hang around them and do what they do. You can't do what middle class and poor people do every day and expect a different result. You're going to do the same thing because you're learning the same things, and it's just normal. It becomes normal. See, that's your environment. You think it's okay to be mediocre. You think it's okay to just not go after your dreams and not go after your future. But it's not okay. It's not. If you decide it's not okay, it's not okay. So when I wanted to be better at snowboarding, I moved to Utah where the snowboarding was just big and fast and crazy. And I got around people that were way, way better than me. That means I got better faster because of my environment. Think about it. If you wanted to go snowboarding, and you were around a bunch of people that just sucked and they weren't very good and they didn't teach you anything, how good are you going to get at snowboarding? Probably not very good. But if you were hanging around me for the next 3 months and I was teaching you step by step exactly what you need to do, how much better and faster do you think you would start snowboarding? See, if you really want to be pro, to be in the big money on anything, you have to be around the right people, learn the right thing, have the right coaches, stuff like that. Well, that's the same in business. That's the same in health. If you start hanging around people that actually know how to make money, that know the tips, tools, training, stamina, dedication, determination, all that stuff, and they enforce it, and they believe in you, and they teach you, and they give you everything they know, how much faster are you going to gain success? That's what I'm talking about right there. You have to change your environment. If where you're at right now, you want change, you have to change, or nothing's going to change. You have to go after it. Nobody's going to drag you over the goal line kicking and screaming. I can't do that for you. All I can do is guide you to the right things. I can show you proven systems on how to do things, but that's only if you think you're worth it. See, rich people aren't rich. They're not born with these special genes. They just have the right tools there available. Okay, so, and it's all available. All the information is right here for you on the internet, at the library, go to seminars. It's all right here. It's all you have to do is decide. Okay, so another thing about today, the blame game. Okay, don't stop blaming. Stop blaming everything else beside yourself. Oh, the economy. It's not the economy. The people in, I see it all the time on TV. Okay, you'll see on TV, oh yeah, if this economy doesn't pick up, I'm gonna have to close my doors and quit the business. It's not the economy, it's them. All they have to do is adapt to the new ways of business in today's world. So many businesses went out of business right in the last couple of years because they weren't online. The snowboard shops went out of business. All kinds of other things went out of business. Bookstores, at restaurants, because they didn't get online and cause traffic. Okay, so you can't blame anything else besides yourself for where you are. Everybody, oh, this guy did this. Oh, my boss fired me. Oh, I got laid off. I hear this all the time. The reason why people might be laid off is because they were picked as the least valuable person in that business. See, you have to make yourself valuable to people. I'm going to give you a real quick and really valuable story about being valuable. See, when people when they're poor, middle class, working, and they want change, see, the problem is they always think of themselves. We're thinking of ourselves, oh, how am I going to get by today? How am I going to pay my bills this month? How? Me. They're always thinking about themselves. But wealthy people, which is why they're wealthy, which is why they're valuable, they think about other people. How am I going to make myself valuable to help this other person? See, if people have a flat tire, there's a street where, people, you always get flat tires. It doesn't matter, bikes, vehicles. Well, somebody's like, well, man, what if I help those people fix their tires? So you see tire repair shops. That's the owner. They thought, how can I help these people? The reason we have anything out here today, paved streets, cars, airplanes, is because somebody thought of it and said, man, how can I help everybody get one of these? See, at first when vehicles were invented, only the rich people could get a hold of vehicles. There's only ones that can afford it. But Ford said, man, how can I get so that everybody gets a car? And so he invented a system that would make it cheap for the masses to get cars, and everybody would be able to afford them. That's why he was wealthy. That's why we have paved roads. Only the rich could get paid. That's why we have airplanes. Only the rich could fly at first. But somebody said, man, how can I make it so that everybody can fly, so they don't have to take a covered wagon all the way from New York to California that would take 3 months, when I can get them there in 1 day. And they did that. See, that's why wealthy people are wealthy. Stop thinking about yourself. And the way you are going to help other people is how valuable you make yourself. You have to make yourself valuable to other people. Well, how are you going to do that? By sitting around doing the same thing over and over, doing only what you know how to do, back and forth to work? Or are you going to go out there and learn some new things, new and unfamiliar things that can help other people? See, all I did was come out of my comfort zone. I thought I only knew snowboarding. I started reading books. I told myself at first I wasn't very good with the computer, but if I force myself to follow a few courses, buy a course and learn how to do things on the computer on my laptop, then I'll be able to teach other people how to do that. And that's what I've done, and that's why I'm financially free. You understand? I'll never have to make anybody else rich ever again. I'll never have to work for anybody else, be a slave to anybody or anything else. I'll have freedom, my total freedom, because I've made myself valuable and I went out there and learned something I didn't know. And sometimes it was hard, man. You don't want to come out of your comfort zone. I had to basically punch myself in the face to quit wasting my time on watching TV, playing games, sitting around on Facebook doing a whole lot of nothing. Sometimes that's hard. You see, those things are put in place to sidetrack you, you know, because really, you're programmed to just go and work, go to work and back, pay your taxes, pay those taxes to the Fed and make other people rich. And that's why you'll never be rich yourself if you're doing that. You have to learn to take control of your life. You have to start your own thing. Make yourself rich. If you put a portion of your time, invest your time, and change your environment, start learning some things, be around the right people, you spend a fraction of your time on yourself, on getting valuable, watch how your life changes. Watch when you start your own business. You start, you know, whatever your dream is, start your own home business. Start working at it. Just take a couple steps. You might start learning things. You might make a couple mistakes. If you're scared of making a mistake, then you're not going to start and you're never going to do it. You're not going to go for your dreams. You have to take control, get some courage. Take control of your life. Start it. And you see when you put a fraction of your energy into getting valuable and learning this stuff, change your environment, watch what happens to your life in less than 5 years. You're so happy with what happened. Just imagine waking up in a different environment where you wake up when you want to wake up with no alarm clock. You wake up when you're done sleeping. You get up and do what you want and have your own hours. You don't have to ask anybody anymore if you can go to the bathroom or if you can eat lunch at this time. So really watch your environment, quit the blame game, take responsibility for your own actions, because everything you've ever done and every decision you've ever made has led you up to this point right now. Start making better decisions, okay? Poor people aren't poor. They just have poor habits. Change your habits, change your thoughts, change your life. We'll talk to you soon for tomorrow. One more thing. Look, really think about this. Train your subconscious. Who are you hanging around? Who's trying to be wealthy? Who's trying to be healthy? Get around these people. They'll motivate you. You don't want to be a product of your environment. You want your environment to be a product of you. Make the change. Be committed. Get around the right people, because that's what I've done. That's what they tell you and all this stuff. Don't just trust me. Trust the books. Trust people that are proven, that have told you, that know how to get there. Stop listening to people that have all this free advice for you. Oh no, that's not going to work. Don't try that. Oh no, don't listen to any of that stuff. If they don't have what you want, don't listen to them. And that's it. Get around the right environment. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.